Hello and welcome everyone to another episode. Yes, so I've decided we are going to be testing out our new refueler, and we are going to refuel the what is it? The Jewel Carrier. Yes. Kind of I'm really iffy about this whole refueling mission itself. Does not really seem like it's going to work. I'm a little skeptical of how much fuel I brought out here, so this is going to be kind of a test mission for right now to see basically what we can do with this thing. Just kind of ferry out a little bit away from the station before I start my burn, because yeah, it would not be a good thing if we smash into the station into a million little pieces. I'm just gonna quick save here real quick. I know I should have quick saved at the station, but whatever. So let's get this thing down, set our target. Docking shouldn't be too hard. I haven't docked in a couple days, so if it's a little bit of a problem, you better give me a break, otherwise I will not be very happy with you. I will throw things at you and insult your mother like normal people do. So let's see what we get. Bring this down just a little bit more. That looks okay. Yeah, I think that should be good. A whole burn of 38 meters a second is going to be so much. We might just run out of fuel. Time warp off, and let's get down here. So yeah, some of the things I have. Wow, very nimbly bimbly. Just turn on the SAS and we'll start our burn. Start our burn. There we go. Burn started. Amazing. So my main thing right now is I just kind of want to match up these lines a little bit, see what we can get. Well, I mean, that looks pretty good. I'm kind of okay with that, but whatever. We'll see if we can fix it a little bit. So let's get the inclination. Whoa, no, I don't want to switch craft. So let's get this inclination fixed a little bit. I don't know how we're gonna be able to. Oh wow, that was just weird. I should have canceled the other node, but yeah, this is kind of a test mission though on this thing, because I really just don't know what this thing is capable of, if it's really going to work, or what we're gonna get, to be honest, because it really. I should start my I'll set up the node right here. Come on. Yep, there we go. No, I really just don't know what this thing's gonna be capable of. I'm a little bit iffy on the whole how much fuel I brought with it and everything else. I did bring just enough tanks. There's just enough tanks on this thing to completely refuel the Jewel Carrier. So, to me, the 8 tanks that I have on here, I think that's honestly more than enough. But and not to mention when we do our return trip, it's going to be using a lot less. Well, it's not going to be using less fuel, or yeah, actually no, it will be using less fuel because our weight will be down by about a ton, because there's about a ton of ion fuel on here, and these tanks are really light once you empty them. So we'll see how well this works out. I just got to do the burn right on time. I know this says 0.1, but I just kind of passed the node that we needed to do the, whatever. But it looks like we need 13, so that's not that bad. And it doesn't need to be dead on, but I just kind of want to make sure that's good enough. So let's bring this down here. Let's get closer to our node, and then we'll set up some burn times and see what we can get. I might have to end up burning out a little bit, but either way, it's probably going to work out really well. Once again, hopefully work out very well. So let's, if I extend this out, yeah, this thing looks like, I honestly think we're going to be very good with fuel. Wow, that still is really far away from where the node is. Let's see if we can get this, even if it's at like 28 or 27 or something like that, it's really not that big of a deal. So 4.4 I'm okay with because of the fact we're so far out. You can't really get a precise, you know, 0-0 encounter or something like that, or 0 or 0.1 encounter, or I've done it, I think, like maybe once or twice so far with the refueling missions, but this thing is almost done with fuel, and once it's done with fuel, I will be launching. I have like maybe a little bit more fuel to add to this thing, and I will be launching our next space station, and that will be going to Duna. So that will be a good thing. I also have another trip to Duna set up, which is the Joule 10 or Joule 11 ship, and that one will be sent back pretty soon. I'm going to do some more exploring with Ike, even though there really isn't much to explore. So I just want to get as much exploration done as possible. And I'm going to kill this, and then I'm going to pass the node, and then kind of do last minute burns and whatever else stuff we have to get done. Whoa. See, and this is the best part, is if you look, RCS, that's how much it's fixing it. You know, just being out here. You don't get it too precise, though. That's the problem. Let's see. Alright. 12.1. 9.5. I don't know why it's doing that. Turn on RCS one more time and try to get it closer. Even though that's probably not going to happen. Yeah, that works. 6.5 is good enough for me. Let's do our one orbit. And we'll meet up with this bad boy. Hopefully. If I don't get too rambunctious with the time warp like I normally do and end up passing the target or something. Something always insanely bad happens every time I do anything in this game. The next mission I have in mind is I kind of want to do a radio tower to Minmus Space Beta. I'm not really sure on how I'm going to set it up, but I have some ideas. I do have like one concept kind of already built. I'm going to try flying it there and, you know, see if I can land it. It really doesn't seem promising to me, but, you know, the frame rate around those parts is getting a little bit bad, so wait till this thing gets really close, and then we'll start our burn, because 69 isn't much to burn off, and that's a pretty good number, I do say. Let's see, you know, we're not 6.3, 5 point. Alright, now it's time to start the burn. Wow, this thing really isn't too the control on it is a little weird now. But what I like now is with this engine, I can do a little bit more precise movement because of the fact that I can run it at a really, really low rate. And, you know, I can kind of shift stuff around. It really works out really well. That's the one thing I will say. It's really, really precise. And I think from now on, too, anytime I have any kind of craft that I build like this, I'm going to be using these kinds of engines on there, only because docking is a little bit easier, everything's a little bit easier. So I'm just going to bring this up to 20, that should be good. And now the frame rate is going to drop, I do warn you. I don't know how docking is going to be or anything, so hopefully it's not too much of a challenge. I generally prefer the easy things in this game, but, you know, whatever. Our frame rate's at 30 right now, which isn't that bad, but, you know, as we get closer, it's gonna start to take a poo. Okay. Just shift this over a little bit. And it looks like we're at the front of the ship, too, which is even better for us, so I think if I do a burn this way, we'll kind of go off. Yeah, that's going to work really well. Alright. I always like approaching, like, these objects like this. It's just so amazing. I can't believe, yeah, our frame rate's at 8. That's amazing. Slow down! It really is the funniest thing, though, is on the videos when after I'm done, and, you know, I go to render them and everything else, it's the frame rate really doesn't get affected so much, like in the video when you guys are watching it. Like, I can see it a little bit, but it really isn't that bad. So, I mean, if somebody notices it a little bit, you can let me know, but there's really not much I can do about fixing it. It's really just kind of, you know, the whole part about having a ship this big, so. Alright, let's bleed off this speed here because we're pretty much lined up as it is. And I really do say docking in this game has gotten a lot easier for me for some reason. Usually it's always a pain, and I get angry. Not that I suck at docking, but I have my moments. I guess they're like blonde moments, or happy moments, or, you know, kind of like, what's that guy that I forgot his name. He used to paint, and, you know, he'd just call them like happy little mistakes. Alright, let's get the chase cam on. You know, and I do have to say, whoever it was that, like, actually told me to start using the chase cam, I love you. Because, honestly, I never used to use it before with docking, and then once I started using it, it really got easier afterwards. It's one of those kind of things that you always think is, like, cheating, but it's not. Alright. Yep, there we go. And we are not lined up, and I'm going to have to slow down a little bit. Why did I put that much force going that direction? I don't understand. Slow us down a little bit, bring this towards the center, and we should be docked up here in no time. Once again, pretty easy mission, I do have to say. I'm just going to angle this a little bit towards there. That works out. And we'll have dock here in, I don't know, like 10 seconds. This thing stops freaking out. Turn off RCS. We don't need it. And, yeah, we definitely just did not dock. I don't know why. Oh yeah, that's because I never set the docking board as the target. Good job. Oh, God. So we need to go down. So I think that, was a blonde moment right there, I do have to say. Come on, come down. I forgive... Alright, and plus, if you're blonde and you watch my videos, I do apologize. Blonde people aren't stupid. Oh, and another blonde moment. Oh my God. There we go. Alright, slow down, and then we'll just go in, and we'll be docked up in no time. For real this time, we will be docked up in no time. I think I said that before, but I'm pretty confident this time. And if we look, I mean, we really didn't go through much. I burned a little bit too much RCS. The fuel that we used on this trip actually is negligible. I mean, really just nothing. The only thing I do have a complaint about is this thing is a little bit too maneuverable, which I'm not liking. So, we just bumped it. Oh my god, I really am having a real problem docking this thing. Bring this up. Come on, stop. There we go. Alright, bring this over. It is a little bit too maneuverable, and the SAS is actually kind of screwing with me right now, that it's saying that we're like dead center and we're not, and this is just I could definitely go without it spazzing out. So we need to go up. And turn off RCS, and there we go. Docked. So, you know, I just kind of wanted to show you guys this. I did think there's only 16 of these on here. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 16 of them. So, you know, I put the fuel tanks on the back, and I'm only going to refuel a couple of these for right now on video, and then I'll do the rest off camera, because there's just that I would not subject you guys to that. So we didn't really use all the ion gas either, so it shouldn't be so much of a problem. But yeah, so I mean, overall mission success. I did burn a little bit too much RCS, and the fuel use really not that bad. But if you guys notice, I mean, if you look at the fuel, this is the fuel on the entire thing. There's only, you know, a few things that really don't have any fuel in them, but I only have to do one more mission, and those will all be refueled. And I don't know what just happened, but now it's not refueling again. There we go. Bring this over, and we'll just get this one refueled. Alright, come on. I should have put a different access port or something somewhere near here. That way I don't have to constantly change the camera angles in order to refuel. So that, I don't know. I gotta make sure that I extract all these two like perfectly, otherwise there will be problems. I'll just do one more on camera, and then I will definitely let you guys go for a little while, and you'll see me hopefully tomorrow once again, and this thing is going to be pretty much set and ready to go pretty soon. But yeah, I'm having some problems refueling. So anyways, guys, if you haven't already, you know, subscribe and all that other good stuff. And yeah, I will definitely see you next time.